free ride is back, baby.
Up over.
Yep. Well, I think it's back. For me, it's back anyway. So, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Chances are, if you're watching this, you are interested in the Marzocchi Bomber Coil or the Marzocchi CR Bomber Coil. Marzocchi is obviously owned by Fox. You know all the details. I won't go into all of it because you already know, but I've done the coil conversion on the GT, and I've also put a Bomber CR coil on the rear with a progressive rate spring. So I'm out here today in the forest in the beautiful Kangarilla in South Australia, and I'm going to put this stuff to the test. So I had the air spring on the GT, on the coil, on the block, sorry, and I've just done a coil conversion, and I've put the Bomber on there in place of the Fox DPX2 that was on there. So the DPX2 that was on there didn't have compression or adjustment. It had its own custom ID tune that was for the bike. The air fork, I used to run 3 tokens in it, and I think about 85 psi. The rear shock I used to run 213. So what I've done is I've put a progressive rate coil on there, and I've obviously put the coil conversion in there, which does have a little air thing at the bottom, which does help with a little bit of ramp up at the end of the stroke. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take this beast for a ride, a bit of a send through the forest, and give you guys a ride report and my thoughts.
Climbing up the fire road, one thing I am noticing is how quiet the bike is. All the little pitter patter of the trail, all the little tiny little rocks, bumps and roots, I don't really feel them anymore. Whereas with the air spring and the DPX, all those sort of light little pitter pattery type rocks and bumps, the shock didn't sort of react that much. Yeah, it's not bobbing too much, which is good. I think it's also down to the frame design a bit, but I will miss the climb switch. That was an awesome thing. I used to use that a fair bit, but when you're doing a bit of straight up the fire road, straight back down the trails, yeah, I guess you would go the spring. Let's get to the top. Going to Disco Biscuit. Okay, so like I said, if you're anything like me, 35 to 40, possibly married, got kids, got a house, you haven't got massive dollars, so you may have bought a middle of the road mid-spec bike and the suspension may not be doing it for you. Searching for that little bit more, and a coil, generally not spec'd on a standard bike, so it's a sick option for, oh, camera doesn't do justice how steep this is. So a coil on a budget is a, oh yeah, oh, I don't even feel the landings, mate. Oh, I've just got to cut across the drops and burns. I like that little transfer there because of this. It's got all the, oh, it feels sick over the turns. A bit of a, see how she goes over this then. Oh, no bottom out whatsoever. Oh, my feet are so much more calmer, like they're not bouncing around on the pedals. The air shock used to pack a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, that felt sick. Oh, that felt rad. So before I used to fight the bike a little bit, sort of through the chops and bump, but dude, these forks feel freaking amazing. So much traction and grip now. Over the bumps there's like a softest landing, and yeah, it sort of climbs okay still too. Well, got a rebound at 7 on the rear and 2 clicks of low speed, and I've got I guess a quarter of a turn or an eighth of a turn of low speed on the front. 7 rebound as well. The 7 rebounds just recommended for my weight, so we'll try it through the jank of girlfriends, see how she goes. Oh, it's hard to get some speed up through that shit. out to the fire road. The front's so much calmer, so much more control, which is good. Can take square edged hits now. Before it felt kind of horrible. But cross over this line here. Oh yeah, so with the extra compression it sits up and it's travel a little bit more. Just on the rear, that is. Might back it off to 1. Yeah, just through this bit here, feels like it's lower in the front end. See how it goes over the drop. Felt nice. Oh, the rebound's perfect. Yeah, so it sits up high through this sort of stuff. Oh, that's not a bad thing though. Glad those roots aren't wet. These are a little bit skatey with all the pine needles though. So, whoop. Doesn't feel too choppy at all. Touch. Bit of a huck. Oh, God, it's so smooth, mate. Be hard pressed to find the bottom. I probably could even go the next coil lighter too, so Jeansy, MTB Teller, you were right, mate. I could go slightly lighter spring. You out-experted. You out-experted the experts. Alright, so I'll stay off the brakes here so the suspension can do its thing through the chatter. Oh mate, it's so calm and composed now. Before, like, I used to fight the bike through here. That's rough, but it's not that rough. Oh. Oh. There's no getting around that. Oh, that felt sick. Yeah, heaps better. Like before, my feet used to bounce around on the pedals a lot through all the hard chop stuff, whereas now, yeah, it's nice and smooth. So that is good. I reckon I could go a slightly lighter spring to sit the bike into the travel a little bit more on the trail on that light compression shit, but still I've got a lot more confidence to hit drop-offs and square edge hits now, because the bike absolutely just soaks it up now, whereas before I pretty much found the limit of the suspension straight away, and it was kind of like usually a harsh bottom out. So Scotty's here. Yeah, it didn't even go through all the travel. You want to use it, which is good, but you don't want to blow through it. Yeah, sick. Yeah, so thanks for watching if you did. Super stoked with the coil and the fork. So for $500 Australian for the coil, plus 160 odd bucks for the actual spring, and then $300 for the conversion kit, plus 40 bucks worth of oil or whatever. Like, for that sort of $1,100 budget, $1,100 for a rear shock and a fork coil conversion to transform this bike into the next level that it is, on the budget that it is, it's just amazing. So I mean, obviously I couldn't afford a Fox DX2 or whatever, and I couldn't afford to buy a set of Zebs or a Fox 38. So for the upgrade that I did for $1,100, it's amazing value for money, and it makes this bike feel so much better than what I did before. So I'm super happy. Yeah, I hope you guys got something out of it. Give us a subscribe or a like, appreciate it. And yeah, until next time, keep shredding.